Hi, everyone. I hope you can hear me okay. Um, we're having some technical difficulties here. I'm literally embarrassed that I'm doing a TikTok webinar and I'm not going to be able to show y'all actual TikToks today, but hopefully you can still learn something. The video portion's not working. First of all, if you guys have questions, please jump into the chat and I will be sure. Thank you guys. Oh, I appreciate it. It's a day. Let's go ahead, y'all, and get started. I have done several presentations for beauty schools on TikTok, and there is so much that just in general career schools can learn. And so I asked LeadSquared if I could do a webinar for vocational schools. I've looked in the people on here, and I see a lot of beauty schools on here. If you've been on here before, you'll know some of this content. So definitely pipe in with what you guys have been doing that's been working, because I've been following a lot of schools who have been on my recent webinars, and you guys are gaining traction. These things are working. So I'm super stoked to have you guys here today. So for starters, I'm Jen Lyles. I'm the executive director of Beauty Schools Marketing Group. We own Beauty Schools Directory, and Beauty Schools Directory is the #1 online directory for beauty schools. I know a lot of you, though, because I've been to all the higher ed conferences. I've been, as you guys know, a consultant in this space for several years. Prior to that, I was a marketing director for a chain career school. So I have a lot of insight in this area, and most recently TikTok. Okay, here's the thing about TikTok, you guys, is that I have been taking everything I've been teaching and doing it myself, and I've been getting hundreds of thousands, sometimes millions of views on my own videos. This stuff works. I have personally tested it and tried it, and I just want to pass that along to you guys, and hopefully y'all can learn some stuff. I know we have a lot of first timers on here. Would love for you guys to type in the comments if you have TikTok, if you don't, just sort of curious to gauge where you're at. A lot of people are afraid of it. I think a lot of people are just thinking like, oh my gosh, TikTok is just for teenagers dancing. It is not. It used to be, and on some algorithms it is. But for a lot of you guys, it's new and it's scary. Brooke, you do not have TikTok. By the end of this, you will. Today, it is my goal for everyone on here to at least sign up for a personal account if you don't do it for your school yet. So TikTok, what is it? It is a video-only platform. And so you all might be used to Facebook, where you can share articles, you can share statuses about yourself, you can share photos, you can share videos. Instagram is, of course, video and image only. TikTok is video only. So it launched in 2018. It's fairly new, but it's been around long enough to have proven itself. So there were 500 million monthly active users in that first year. And then in 2020, it was the most downloadable app globally. By the following year, it had grown to 1 billion active users. So it is hot. It is where everyone's at today. I happened to jump on that 2020 train right when COVID hit. And the app itself has evolved a lot since then. So we're going to be talking about it. Nathan, it's really good to see you on here. Nathan is a childhood friend. I'm assuming you saw my LinkedIn post. So I'm so glad that you are on this webinar today. All right. This is how it works. When you create an account, you are given a For You page, also known as your FYP. And your FYP is filled with content specifically made for you. They know you. Your phone really quickly gets to know who you are, okay? So it's going to find out quickly if you're a Republican or if you're a Democrat, if you believe in conspiracy theories, if you don't. It's going to know if you like beauty trends. It's going to know, of course, where you live. So it's going to give you a lot of content around that. And so again, TikTok is going to create a personalized algorithm specifically for you. If you are a woman in your 30s, you're probably going to get a lot of mom content. If you're a teenager who's like, probably 16, 17, 18, you're going to get a lot of dating content. You're going to get a lot of dances, pranks, challenges. It's just content personalized for you. And how TikTok works is there are always every single week different audio trending. So sometimes it's a song, sometimes it's like a clip of a Celine Dion song, or sometimes it's a Netflix show that's trending and it takes a sound bite and then everyone uses that sound bite. That is really the gold in TikTok. If you can keep up with challenges and trending sounds and music, you are going to be viral super quickly. So this is what an FYP looks like. Okay. Your For You page. When you log on, you'll see at the very top, I have it circled. That's what says For You. So all you do is keep scrolling to see the next video. There on the right-hand side, you will see the heart. That's where you can like things. You'll see the comment box. Most people, as they watch videos, go straight to the comments. This is very much a TikTok thing. People run to the comments within 1 or 2 seconds of your video because they want to see how other people are reacting to it. Then you have that share button. And with that, you can automatically text it to someone, or if you're friends with people on TikTok, you can send it straight to their inbox. To the left of For You at the top, you'll see following. Anytime you follow people, which again, right above that heart, you'll see the little plus sign in pink. If you hit that, then you follow that creator. So if you go on the following side, you will only see content with people you follow. That is very much like a Facebook and Instagram thing, is that you see people you follow. 99% of people choose their For You page. So this is why TikTok is so great, because strangers are going to see your content. You no longer have to worry about building a following. And I have a feeling this might change in the future. So right now is a really good time to get on TikTok so that people can start following you now. So if TikTok does change its algorithm, change how things work, you have a following. If you follow someone, they will almost always show up in your For You page only. Who's on Facebook? All right, I'm going to show y'all Facebook, Instagram, and TikTok because I really want you to see the power for career schools here. These are the demographics with who's on Facebook today. Under the age of 18, only 3%. Very few people. The largest demographic is that 25 to 34-year-old, which is still a pretty big demographic. You should 100% be on Facebook. But I love Facebook, not as much for the organic content, but for sure for the ads. I just don't really think like cost per lead other than Google. There's a great alternative out there. Facebook is like having a digital billboard where you can choose exactly who drives by your school. So I still love Facebook, and you should still post organically on there. But if you're talking about the younger generation, they're not really getting on. Instagram, you still need to be on it, because 71% of the users are under the age of 35. So again, Instagram is still a driving force in the social media world. But here's what I really want you guys to see is TikTok. So 28% of the users right now are under the age of 18. And this number continues to grow every time I look at the stats. That Gen Z 18 to 29, look at that in 1 year. This was from 2020 to 21, went from 35% of the users to half of the users are in that Gen Z category. This is who's going to your school. This right here. So for the demographics alone, it's reason enough to download TikTok and not be afraid of it. So the average user is on TikTok like all day long. Okay. So they open the app at least 19 times a day. They spend over an hour and a half looking at it a day. And Gen Z says now there are lots of surveys that show this, and that age group under 18, that they now spend more time on TikTok than YouTube. This is insane. Nathan, yes. Whoa, 90 minutes. You know what's crazy about that is that most of the content is under a minute. So you're talking about consuming over 100 pieces of content a day on TikTok. So this is an extremely, extremely addictive app. I have been on all the apps, okay? I have Snapchat, I have all the things. I have never seen such an addictive app like I have TikTok. In fact, y'all like in the evening time ever just like want to Netflix, just watch a little Hulu? Like I've had a long day at work. I went to the gym. I want to come home and just watch TV and veg out. I do that personally, but with TikTok. Like I literally sit in my recliner. My husband might be at the gym or something like that. And I just get out my phone and I just want to watch content because TikTok is so addictive. It is so entertaining. You can learn things. You can just laugh. You can be entertained. It's lighthearted. It is more entertaining to me than most streaming shows today. So it is such an addictive app. And I always tell schools this. Yes, Jenna, you can't stop scrolling. I get you. Like, it's all you want to do is scroll. Before you create, you should consume. I'm going to say that again. Before you create, you need to consume. So if you are looking to work on your own personal brand or your school brand, do not download the app and upload a video tomorrow. You don't understand it. You need to see how it works. I know I'm doing an hour presentation here, and that's going to give you a little window, right? That's going to give you a little appetizer for how TikTok works. But the best thing to do is just to consume it. You need to see why people are addicted and why they love it. And it's going to give you better content ideas. And I got to tell you, TikTok today is not TikTok in 2020. It has completely evolved in 2 years, and there's no telling where it's going to be in the future. And this is why it's important that you constantly consume so that you can stay up with the trends. So organically, content can now be up to 3 minutes. When TikTok launched, content could not be longer than 1 minute. Now they are doing 3 minutes. In some markets, in some testing, they're doing 10 minutes. And a lot of people, a lot of analysts are thinking this is because they literally want to replace YouTube. So right now, content can be up to 3 minutes long. When you open up your app, you are going to have a choice for 60 seconds or 3 minutes. You are going to want to create content, even if it's a minute and a half. You have to do the 3 minute one so that it will extend past the minute, or it's going to like cut off your video after a minute. The algorithm makes it likely that your business posts will end up on your ideal clients for you page. So if you're a beauty school, and I work a lot with beauty schools, it's a great time to be on the app because trending all the time for women is DIYs, how-tos, and that sort of thing. If you're a business coach, if you're a truck driving school, those type of people who would go to your school consume content like that. And so it's going to be able to target that demographic. And again, it knows your area, right? So it has like the IP address. It knows exactly where you're located. It has the location on your phone. So I live in Nashville, Tennessee, and I get Nashville restaurants all the time. I had to go to Kansas City for work like a month ago. And when I came home, I was getting realtors from Kansas City. I'm in Vegas right now visiting a school. And so I was scrolling TikTok this morning and I got a realtor that said, a lot of people are relocating to Las Vegas. Let me help you find your dream home. And I was like, man, the algorithm is good. They know what they are doing. So a lot of people are concerned with how are people in my area going to find out about me. TikTok is really good about serving up your content to your demographic in your location. This is really good for brand awareness. And I'm going to talk today strictly about organic. There are vendors out there. There are experts out there saying, get ads. I'm sorry. Don't waste your money right now. I think it's too new. It is pretty cheap, but as a consumer of TikTok, I know that when I see sponsored in the corner, I swipe right past it. So YouTube makes you watch 5 seconds, 15 seconds, sometimes 30 seconds of an ad. TikTok does not force you to watch anything. You can swipe straight past it. So I would not waste your money if I'm you on it. I would really just focus on your organic traffic and on your organic build. TikTok, and I mentioned this before, it evolves with trends, right? So every week, new trends are coming out. This is why it's important to stay up with trends and be a consumer of TikTok so that you know what kind of thing to film. So the For You page, and I also talked about this a few minutes ago, it's like an explore page if anyone has Instagram, where you can just sort of like explore people that maybe you're not following, but is very similar. I don't know if anyone's noticed, I'm a lover of social media, okay? Have y'all noticed on Instagram now, and they totally copied this from TikTok, is they are now giving you pages that are in content that is similar to people you follow. So I have 2 pugs. I'm a pug lover. My husband and I rescued 2 senior pugs. And so I follow a couple pug accounts. Yay, Katie, you have a pug too. A black one. I have a black one and a fawn. It's a mom and a son. They're 10 and 8. So they're seniors and they were in a puppy mill. They were used for breeding their whole lives. And we found them online through a foster and picked them up in North Carolina. So I follow a couple like pug rescue accounts. And because I follow those accounts and Doug the pug, I'm constantly getting other pug accounts now in my regular Instagram feed. And it says like, because you follow Pug Hearts, we thought you'd like this post. And they are right. Do you have a business brand account? Okay, I'm going to go over this, Alex. Thank you for your question. Melissa, thank you for answering. I'm going to go over that. We're to talk about how you should set up your business. Oh, look, it's right here. Boom. Okay, setting up your account. You can set up your account 2 ways. As a pro account, which you would do if you're like an influencer, a creator, or you're a business, or a personal account. Okay, those are the 2 ways you can set up your account. You can also switch them, which I love about TikTok. So if you've started as a personal account and you've decided, I have a lot of followers now, maybe I want to create some ads, you can switch it to a pro account. If you've already set up your school as a pro account, you can switch it to a personal. And I'm going to tell you, you should. Pro account. You can have real-time performance tracking and stats. You can partner with influencers. You can run ads. You can monetize content after 10,000 followers. Hallelujah. I just hit 18,000 followers this week on TikTok. So I really could switch my account to a pro account. And then every video I make, I could get a portion of what's called the creator fund. I'm not going to do that for a variety of reasons, but the main reason is because I would be limited on audio library. This is why I tell everyone to create a personal account. We talk a lot about the trending audio sounds, the trending music. You cannot use that with a pro account. They want you to pay for it. So it would become like commercial licensed music. You're not allowed to use it. So even if you're Target, you can't use it. You can pay for it. And so they have to find different ways to go viral. It's also easier to go viral if you do keep up with those trends. You're likely to gain followers this way. So I think everyone should start with a personal account and maybe jump in the future if I'm you. Are you worried about running into copyright issues when using audio clips as a business? Nope, because TikTok doesn't have parameters set up like that. They let you do that. So absolutely not. if you're going to use your content for Reels, you're going to want to choose the audio from Reels. And this is something when you're creating your videos, you'll either do it right on the app or you'll shoot it on your phone and then upload that video, but you add the audio from TikTok directly. So there are no copyright laws. You're using TikTok's audio library, which is fantastic. And if you are a business account and not a personal account, they have a limited library for you, just like YouTube has one for you. If you're creating content, it's royalty-free music. So again, completely up to you, but I would start with a personal account. It's the best way to go viral. So use trending sounds. This is where I had some video examples that I can't show you right now. But this is a clip. This is a clip from Inventing Anna. Who has seen Inventing Anna? This chick is crazy. So in that show, she says, "I do not have time for this. I do not have time for you." That is like a trending sound. And so if you know it, you want to jump on that immediately. You want to relate it to your school or your industry, and you want to be funny with that. And so, for example, this guy has the text on the screen, "When your dogs bark to go outside during a one-on-one with your boss." And in the background, which he's lip syncing to, is, "I do not have time for that. I do not have time for you." This is a beauty school that took that same trending sound when the time clock isn't letting you clock in and your client has already been waiting for 10 minutes. So if you're a beauty school student, sometimes those time clocks take, they're a little not great, a little glitchy. And so again, that's like so relatable, and it was a great way to use a trending audio. Now, if you're going to use that trending audio like next month, whoa, that's so March. So, it's out. And that's just how TikTok works. Like, things come in and things go out. So you really have to know what's trending so that you don't look, desperate old using old trending sounds. Why can't, I'm going to go to the comments really quick. Why can you not repost some TikTok content onto Instagram? So that's a great question. When you film a TikTok and you post it, it automatically saves to your phone as a video. You can put that on Instagram, but Instagram sees the TikTok logo and they know you used your own native music instead of their own. And if you put that on Reels, it's not likely to have the same reach. What you'll want to do is re-upload that video without the TikTok sound. And this is why I like filming videos, not directly from the TikTok app, but from my own phone. That way I have like the raw video. Put that on Reels. It will not have the TikTok logo on it. And then you can add Instagram audio. And they are more likely to boost your content because it's native Instagram content. I hope that made sense. Let me see if there are more questions. If it does, give me a thumbs up. Can you create a video on a computer and upload it, or is it mobile devices only? You can. I have never done it, but I when I was reading the other day about scheduling posts, I saw that you can schedule posts from your computer. So I'm sure there's a way to do it, but I've always personally done it from my phone. I'm sorry, I can't be of more help there. How do you find out, Diane asks, what is the trending audio? This is why you need to be a consumer. And at the end, I'm going to talk about, if you're a school, I'm going to talk about a mastermind that we are launching, our company, and it's going to give you what's trending in audio and in challenges every single week so that you don't have to search TikTok yourself. Will you have a webinar on Reels as well? Oh, what a great question. Sure. Let's do it, Michelle. I would love to do one on Reels. I personally don't love Reels as much as I love TikTok. I think the TikTok reach is greater, but they are very, very similar. So a lot of what you are using on TikTok can be used on Reels. Here's the thing though, and if you're a TikTok fan, you know what I'm talking about. TikTok is ahead of Instagram. So like something will be trending and like a super funny video on TikTok. And then like 2 weeks later, it'll be on Instagram and my friends will send it to me. And I'm like, oh my gosh, that is so 2 weeks ago. Like that was funny before. For some reason, there's just a lag. So Instagram is it's just behind. So I prefer TikTok because I want to be a trendsetter. I want to be ahead of the trends. But that's a really, really great question. All right, let's keep moving on. Okay, so in your school, these are 3 things you guys can do right now with your TikTok. 1, you want to entertain. TikTok is an entertainment platform first. So you want to entertain your audience with relatable content that matches something that's trending with the audio. So if there is a song trending, find out a way to relate that to your school. Here is what I would do. And I just spoke at a school in Baltimore last week specifically about this. You guys are older. Listen, I'm old. Like, it's okay. No shame in my game. Your students are younger than you. Although, like, side note, I'm in Vegas. I was in the casino last night and they carded me because they said I looked under 30. Basically felt like I hit the jackpot. Definitely not under 30. But we're not as young as our students. Okay. So what you should do is every week get your students in a room together and just straight up ask them, say, these are the 4 things, or these are the 5 things that are trending this week. We want y'all to get in groups and come up with a video using this trending sound. We're going to post all of them, and whoever gets the most views wins a prize, something like that. So you don't have to be the mastermind behind your content. Use your students. That is what the best schools out there right now are doing. They are using their students for their TikTok. Number 2, teach your audience something. Okay. This is, again, TikTok. You entertain and you teach. People just want to share their knowledge. And if you're a beauty school, if you're a trucking school, like, you could just do a video about like reverse parking into a spot. I was at a trucking school conference last year, CVTA, and they had these, like simulators, is that what they're called? And that was so much fun. That right there. Yes. Awesome, Diego. You were at CVTA. So those simulators, like even just like doing something like that, that would be a great TikTok. Or just sharing like a day in the life of, just teach your audience something. That's what people want to see. I would also love to see, okay, great, Tanya, let's do it. That's going to be my next webinar, is Reels specifically, because again, it is a little different than TikTok in that way. Number 3 is to show off your school. Show that you're the expert. If you read any article or if you watch any video on how to go viral on TikTok, this is the advice they're going to give you. Choose a niche. Everyone says that. Choose a niche. Niche it down. Choose a niche. That was the case for me. So I only recently started going viral because I had made a video about being child-free by choice, which I didn't realize was a niche, but it is, because a lot of people don't talk about that. And as soon as I started talking about that, my followers really started to grow. And then as I do more follow-up videos, people are talking about that. Jenna, hashtag team child free by choice. Okay, love it. There's just a few of us in the world. But really, if you can niche it down, and you do that with your school by, like, if you're a beauty school, you are the people that are the experts in this area. Oh my goodness. First of all, side note, the comments, there are lots of us. We should start our own club. Let's meet monthly or weekly or yearly, something, because I'm loving that. I live in the South. There's no one child free by choice down there. So that's great. This is like, I'm really glad that there's a chat that's like really going right now, because sometimes I feel like, I don't know, I'm on the radio, like I'm talking to myself and I'm getting no reactions, and I'm just having so much fun with you guys today. This is a blast. Let's talk about going viral, okay? Yes, Daphne, go you. Okay, going viral. This is really, really fun. Melinda, what would be a few more niches for school? It's whatever you teach, like whatever you're an expert in, that is your niche. Schools, I think, have it easy because you're choosing your niche. Now, you can still do fun brand awareness type of things, but at the end of the day, your niche is going to be whatever you're an expert in. And again, use your students. I need a drink of water. Hold on. I also, my very first viral video where I got 500,000 views was talking about how much water I drink a day. I drink around 120 to 150 ounces of water a day. I don't know why people care, but people love that content. That was like one of the first videos I ever made. And then I did a follow-up and I got like hundreds of thousands more. So just like little bits of knowledge or just being different. So I thought I was going to be the water girl, but then like, what else do you say? Like, hey, drink my water today. So I had to change my niche up. How you go viral, it's not so much the likes and comments. This is how TikTok today chooses who goes viral. Your entire video being watched. That's it. So people want to talk about 3-minute videos. You can do a 3-minute video, but you got to entertain them for the full 3 minutes, because TikTok chooses who goes viral by people watching the entire content. So if I'm you, make it short. People are more likely to watch all of it. Alex asked, Twitter is super liberal and bans conservative content. How's TikTok? TikTok has it. I can tell you that right now. So yeah, not so much the banning. I feel like that's why a lot of people like TikTok, maybe in the future, but I don't think it's that. I don't think that's an issue right now. Good question. All right, I'm going to talk to y'all about hooks. Hooks. And Jenna just says, this is why you should do short 15-second video. Yes, 100%. I read an article the other day that said that 8 seconds is like a really great time to try your video at, to have an 8-second video. Hooks are how you go viral. This is how I've gone viral every time. I'm not a big trending audio person. I love a good hook. So a hook means in the first 2 to 3 seconds, say what it's about, and then you have the rest of your video. So for example, my child-free video was the one I did the other day that's getting lots of views right now. Is I'm going to tell you these are 4 reasons why I love my child-free life. That's how I began it. These are 4 reasons why I love my child-free life. In case you're new here, I'm Jen. My husband and I have been married for 15 years, and we're child-free by choice. I'm doing this video because I forget what I said, something like, I want to normalize the choice for women not to have children. And then I said, okay, now let's get into my 4 reasons. The hook kept people there for the full 2 minutes. So these are some hook ideas for you. Why is nobody talking about blah, 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 blah? Or this is why you're not losing weight. This is why your skin is dry. Like using a hook like that and then getting into your content is going to make it so much better. My friend had uploaded a video the other day, and she had started her video with, okay, so like, does your husband ever do this? And I immediately texted her. I was like, you need to take down your video and you need to start, because your content is so good. You need to start with you need to have a hook of like, this is going to save your marriage if you constantly fight with your husband, just a little hook like that. Or then she had done a video on saving money with like your healthcare plan, about how like she sometimes pays this thing at a doctor and they don't give her back the money. I forget what it was, but I told her to take it down. I was like, change your hook to your insurance is ripping, or like your health insurance is ripping you off in this way. Like a little, and as soon as she did it, her views started going up. Hooks are what increase watch time and are what get people on your content. So use a hook. I wish I had known about this sooner. Alex wrote in the comments that his school is private security. So we talk about firearms. I think that's great. So again, a hook would be like, these are the 3 ways people hold a gun wrong, or, whatever it is. Get people to stay watching the entire video because you're telling them about what it is. Here are more hooks. This is the biggest mistake people make when they hold their gun. Like, people love to know like a mistake and how they can fix it. 5 things I wish I knew before. People love a number because they know that there's like a beginning, middle, and end. That was my whole like 4 reasons I love my child-free life, that type of thing. I'm telling you, if you're not doing this, you're missing out. I had done one like, I think a year and a half ago about, this sounds crazy, about shaving your legs. Okay. I'm just going to teach you women something in case you don't know. But my hook was, you've been shaving your legs wrong your entire life. And then the video was, okay, let's say this is the razor. You don't just go up like this. Razors are actually built to glide. So you can actually try this. Pretend this is the razor on your leg. You can go down like this. I know that seems scary, but if you go up and down like that, that's how razors are built. They can go back the other way and not cut. So you literally can go up and down, and you don't have to worry about like missing those, like getting a line in between your hair. That one had a ton of views because of the hook. There was another one I had done about you're loading your dishwasher the wrong way. So just little things like that, it's going to get people watching your content. This is my favorite tip, is to be controversial. You have to be controversial. It is how you go viral. My child-free ones, oh my gosh, the moms hate me. And I wasn't, like, it's so funny because I have 6 nieces. All my friends have kids. I'm the leader in my church's youth group, like for the 11th graders. I love kids. I do. I love them. I just don't want them. And so it's like, no matter what I post, the mom tribe is like in my comments beating me up, like really bad. Then I had one about, this is something I did to do with water. So you lose fat off your body 3 ways, like actual fat. Like if you ever seen liposuction, like the yellow stuff that comes out, you lose fat off your body 3 ways. You breathe it out.
My apologies.
Woo! You breathe it out, you pee it out, and you sweat it out. Those are the 3 ways that actual fat comes off your body. So what I did was I created my water video, and I had like fibbed. I had like said, I like changed the stat to where I was like, fat comes off your body 2 ways. You pee it out and you sweat it out. So drink all that water. You're going to lose so much weight. And people were in my comments like, you breathe it out, you idiot. Like tons of people. And I loved it because when people are in my comments and they're watching the whole video, that's how you go viral. So you can definitely, if I'm you, like no matter what it is, like do something that's a little wrong. I saw a video today, and this is really big with like companies, schools, that sort of thing, where they'll just like take their phone and they'll go around to all the staff members and they'll just ask a question. Y'all should do this. This is going to help you go viral. One of the questions trending last week was, it's 7 o'clock on the dot. Where is Usher? They just asked every employee that. Does anyone know? Type it in the comments. It's 7 o'clock on the dot. Where is Usher? And they're going around, and these like Gen Zers are like, Usher, what are you talking about? What 7 o'clock? It's 3. Thank you, Michelle. Usher is in his drop top cruising the streets. That's where Usher is. I love it. And that type of thing helps you go viral because it just shows that like you're a fun school to be at. Like the teachers are relatable. So the one I saw today was, and this adds to the controversial thing. They went around to every staff member to ask, do you put the milk in the bowl first or the cereal? I mean, naturally, guys, if you're making cereal, what do you do? Type it in the comments. Do you put the milk in the bowl first and then the cereal, or the cereal first? No one's typing. The answer generally is cereal. Like you usually put cereal first. I think that's like the universal, that's how you make cereal. Okay. They got every single staff member to say milk. Oh, this is America. You put the milk in first. What are you talking about? At like 10 people. Well, that was freaking genius. Now you have comments full of like, where do you find these people? Where did you grow up? What are you talking about? No one does milk first. And they literally just did it because they knew it would go viral. That's how you be a little controversial. So have fun with this. And don't be upset when people are hating on you. Like I have so many friends that are like, are you so upset that everyone is up in your comments? I was like, upset? Yes, create fake controversy. Upset? I freaking love it. Add it to me. Give me more followers. I don't care. You can hate me, whatever. Okay, this is like some next level TikTok stuff for you guys. This makes it easy to find your content. So when you create a video, right before you post it, you go through like adding a caption, adding audio, or really you add audio, then you add a caption. And right before you hit post, you can select this thing that says add cover or select cover. And so look on this example here. You see like that white box with the black text, that's called a cover. And so when people come to your entire page, like if they really like you, they can go back to your page and see the content you've created. It's easy to find things. So this right here is a voice coach. And so she has just branded every single video with something. So that just sort of helps with like consistency. So I would definitely add a cover if I'm you, and you can change up what that looks like. You can do like a green banner, or you can do your school colors, all that stuff. You can change up the fonts, etc. It just makes it easy to find your content. And then anytime you have a video go viral, you want to pin your most viewed ones to the top. So, and this is again, like not like the most liked and commented, but the most viewed. So you just hold down the video. There's like a 3-button thing. It's really easy. Like if you're on the app, you'll know what I'm talking about. And you can select pin video. You can only pin 3 videos. So if you go on my page, my personal Jen Lyles page, I have pinned my top 3 videos to the very top. And I just pinned a new one this week because I had one hit 1 million. So it replaced my like 200,000 one. So anytime you guys go viral, just make sure you're keeping your top pinned ones at the top. It just makes you look more legit when people come to your page. Like, oh my gosh, she had millions of views. Maybe I want to follow her or your school. Maybe screenshot this one. These are the times to go viral. This is the best time to go viral on TikTok. That asterisk, like next to 9 p.m. on Tuesday and Thursday at 12 p.m., those ones specifically are the best times to post. And I think you guys are gonna get a copy of this, so you'll get a copy of that. I wish y'all could see my video because this got 5.7 million views and it's still growing. In fact, Duncan Hines reached out to me. I foresee my first sponsorship in the future, but I had done a video and it was controversial. This is why it went viral. I had done a video about putting icing in a mixer and mixing it up, and it gets like super light and fluffy. And then I show the back of the container where it says, Duncan Hines literally says, stir before using. Well, people were like, oh my gosh, you're not stirring it, you're whipping it. Like they were like beating me up in the comments. A lot of people were like, oh, I was today years old when I learned how to do this. Literally, guys, like millions of views on this 20-second video, went completely viral. And the reason it went viral is because there was a great hook. What was the hook? It was something like, man, see, this is why I wish I had the video playing. I think it was something like you're using your icing wrong or something like that. It was educational, so it taught people something. And if you look at the cupcakes, oh, this is the next day. Look at that icing. Like it's so light, airy, fluffy, like literally so much better. Whip it up. It was educational. It taught you something. It was controversial. The container said stir. That means you're supposed to use a knife, you dummy. You're not supposed to use a KitchenAid. Oh, she's here just showing off her fancy KitchenAid. Like that literally was all the freaking TikTok comments. Why are TikTok commenters so mean? Shelby, I got to tell you, this is the one thing that has changed. Back in 2020, the Facebook people were not on. It was my hype squad. You could put anything on TikTok and people would be like, yes, queen, you're everything. Today, they are mean, y'all. It's like everyone's getting off Facebook and coming over to TikTok. Like no one invited you. No one wants you here. But it's also really great because it helps things go viral for the controversy. For every hater, you get 2 supporters. Isn't that the truth? I posted this at that time. So right there, when I had talked about that 9 p.m. on Tuesday, I had done that for this and it worked. I mean, like within an hour, I had like 20,000 views and I was like, oh my gosh, I'm going to get 100,000 views. And now again, it's almost at 6 million in like 3 weeks. It's crazy. This last one, guys, if you learn nothing, learn this point. Don't rehearse it. Be off the cuff. Just be in the moment. My first child-free video where I had 1 million views, I literally was like, I had got home from the gym. My mascara was all underneath my eyes. I just looked like absolute trash. And of course, that one would go viral, not me looking nice, because that's what TikTok wants. And that's why I love it. It's so authentic. It's so in the moment. Just don't rehearse it. Just do it. Just be yourself. Be in the moment. And that's why I think I was made for TikTok, because I really like the whole like Instagram aesthetic, everything looking pretty and like filtered. Like that's just not me. It's not me in real life and it's not me online. Okay. I want to tell y'all about our organic social mastermind coming up. Beauty School's marketing group is actually owned by a company called Throughline Marketing. A lot of you guys might know Throughline Marketing. We were formerly Platform Advertising. So we have been in the higher ed space for over 20 years. We have a great reputation amongst career schools. And we are creating an organic social mastermind. And I would love to have your school part of this. Y'all could work with me on a monthly basis and I would love it. So this organic social mastermind gives you kind of like 3 things here. So we're going to be able to utilize your team members, first of all. So a lot of people outsource for ads and that's fine, but you should not be outsourcing for your organic posts. That needs to happen live and in the moment. So this mastermind essentially is for a way to use your own campus team members. Maybe it's an educator, maybe it's your admissions, to help create content. It's going to help you grow your brand. The schools that should be using this program is 1, if you outsource organic posts, stop and join my mastermind. 2, if you don't post regularly on Facebook, Instagram, and TikTok, this is going to be perfect for you. if you aren't familiar with TikTok, if you don't know how to train or manage your staff for posting, if you're unable to gauge what's working, like you might have like an intern or a teacher doing a couple of videos and you're like, I don't know if this is working, this is the perfect opportunity to join this. If you just want to grow your brand without spending money in, additional ways like a billboard or TV ad, this is a really, again, jump on organic posting. If you want to connect with Gen Z, and this one, if you can't afford a high salary social media director and you want to utilize the own talent in your school, I would love to have you guys part of this program. I'm going to go ahead and put in the comments. I'm going to put in the comments our landing page to where you can read about what that organic mastermind includes. And if you're interested in learning more, let's just set up a quick call next week where I can walk you through pricing and everything that it includes. Just fill out that form for me on that page. Also, add me on LinkedIn. I love LinkedIn probably just as much as I love TikTok. I post weekly different just tips and tricks for schools. So follow me there. I'm going to go ahead and jump in the comments and try to answer. So if you have them, please put them in there. It said I was offline. I'm in a hotel. Am I good? Can you guys hear me? Are we good? Okay, cool. For brands, how do you create controversy and protect your brand reputation? Just coming up with a tip that not everyone's going to agree with. Like, I love when people, like if you're, for example, let's just say you're a beauty school and there's 1,000 ways to curl hair. You can be like, you're using your flat iron wrong. Flat irons are used to curl your hair, and you could show something and then people will be like, no, like you're also supposed to flat iron your hair, if that makes sense. Like you can just like overstate facts. Telling people that they've been doing something wrong their whole life, even though like the shaving legs, like you can 100% shave your legs like this. There's nothing wrong with that. But like, this is another way to do it. So just showing people like other ways to do things. That's a really good question. Can you schedule a video to post on TikTok? Yes, you can. That is new and you can do that now. Thank you for adding my LinkedIn profile there. Definitely add me on LinkedIn. What else you got? I love the idea of having students create content. I am telling you, that is the way to do it. However, how do you do it without including their tag on the screen? No. You want them to like shoot it on their phones and then send you the content and you're uploading them. You know how like you can like re-upload things on Instagram? Like maybe someone posts something on Instagram and you can like repost it. That's not how TikTok works. You need to like natively put it on your own. So yeah, I would just have them shoot it, and if they want to put it on their own, great. But I think it's better if they create the content and then send it to you and then you upload it. So that's great. Love it. Yeah, Jenna, thanks for following me. Guys, for real, child-free ladies. Let's do Vegas sometime together. Let's get together. Alex, videos, great question. Great question. They are vertical. So I know people always used to say, hold your phone sideways. Oh, hold your phone sideways for everything. Nope, we are holding our phones just like we normally would. Everything is vertical. Great question. Who else has got something? Y'all, this has been fun. This has been so fun. Also, when is Vegas? I don't know if anyone's coming to CQ, but CQ is in Vegas next month, May 31st to June 2nd at the MGM Grand. I'm going to be there. Y'all, please come. I love Vegas so much. So let's hang out. Let's plan to like meet up for dinner or something. Would love to meet you guys in person. Is it best to do full vertical or cropped? Maybe I'm old, but text on top of video drive. What do you mean by that? Text on video, you will add in the actual app. There's a couple things you're going to want to add. You're going to want to add captions, like closed captions. A lot of people watch videos now on silent. And then just for hearing impaired people, I always add captions, and TikTok auto captions things for you. You'll also want to add text, and you can like minimize it, make it bigger. You can also set duration on your videos. On the text. So maybe it only appears for like 5 seconds in a video. And you do that by like typing it in, holding it down, and then you hit something that says set duration. If I crop the video so it's squared and then adding the text in the box space, no, I don't do that. Have the full screen as the video, and just make sure anytime you're adding text, it's like not over a face, but it's just somewhere else. That's a good question. Guys, I got to get in my water. Who else has something? We good? Suggestions for lighting. I love a ring light. Y'all know I freaking love a ring light. I wish I was in my house now because I'm in a hotel, so the lighting's terrible. But I do like a ring light. Be careful when you're filming outside, because lots of times the microphone of the phone like catches birds tweeting and stuff like that. So just make sure there's no background music. That's another thing. If you're in your school, like let's say you're in beauty school and you're in the salon and you're like filming videos and there's music on, turn it off, because that music comes in and it might be pulled down because there was copyright music in the background. But lighting, you don't want a window behind you. Just make sure you can see everything. And this is the thing that I just want to remind you guys. TikTok is just extremely authentic, right? It's like very in the moment. So it's not about like over planning and making sure there's lighting coming from every angle. It's supposed to be more gritty and more authentic. If I already created a school account as a business app, you can switch it to a personal account. And I would do that. I know a couple schools that did the same thing as you, and they switched it. And once they switched it, their following started growing. This is why I'm personally nervous about switching to the creator fund, to the creator, just because I've heard a lot of people switch and their counts go down. So I would definitely switch your school to a personal. I believe it's in settings. I don't have my phone. It's on the charger over there, but I believe it's in settings, or just Google it. You'll be able to find an answer probably quicker than I can give it for you. But that's a great question, Bonnie, and I would switch it if I'm you. Okay, guys, we're at the top of the hour. This was fun. Connect with me. Don't forget to fill out that form if you are interested in joining our mastermind. Again, I would love to have you guys. Thanks so much. Okay, bye.